So today I'm going to be talking about the Egyptian god Anubis, which we've all studied ancient Egypt, probably, and this was the god I was most fascinated by. I had the Playmobil um, Egyptian pyramid thingy, and my favorite character out of all of them would be Anubis. And whenever I would read something about ancient Egypt, I would always read Anubis's part, special carefully because I was just fascinated by him. So, who is he? He was the god of mummification and the afterlife. So really, the god of the dead. And yeah, the image is like a human thingy, like shape, but he's a black canine. He has this like jackal dog hybrid with pointed ears. Um, I've seen him. You can either have him as a whole canine, but with a human figure, or as the bottom half a human, top half a canine. But it can be either one. And the reason it's why he's always depicted with the color black and not any other color is because, um, well, he is the god of death, essentially, afterlife, mummification. And the black symbolizes the decay and the fertilization of the soil near the river Nile that brought about life. So when you die, and this is more Lion King kind of stuff, but it still applies, it's still biology. You die, you go into the soil, and then your nutrients are used to make plants. And that's the whole idea. So that's why it's black and canine. Well, it's powerful, and dogs have always been a symbol of the underworld. I mean, if you think about Hades and three, I forgot the name, had a dog. Yeah. And they've always been like dogs. Always been a symbolism of protection of the dead and just taking care of them and make sure they receive the burial rites and stand by them to assist any further resurrection that might take place. So he was known as the first of the Westerners, even before the rise of Osiris in the Middle Kingdom. So if you don't know, this goes from around 2040 BC to 1782 BC. So around 200 and so years. Well, this means, rather than anything, it just means he was king of the dead. Yeah. And well, he was more associated with the whole eternal justice, and well, he was then replaced by Osiris, because like they kind of go in pairs. So you have Anubis and Osiris. Anubis is more mummification in the afterlife. Osiris, he's more of the dead, if I'm not mistaken. Although I may be. So Anubis, there is a belief that he is the son of Ra, the god of the sun, and Heset, but he is now kind of more associated with Osiris, to be the actual son of Osiris, because of the whole afterlife dead thing, kind of related. Sun, death, you can kind of guess which is the most similar. And yeah, he is seen in Egyptian tombs, pyramids, hieroglyphs, and it's just to invoke protection for the dead. And well, it's mostly shown with the whole sarcophagus thing of the Egyptian pharaoh, because, well, he's the most important. The sarcophagus, like the pharaoh thing. The pharaoh was the most important person because it's believed he was connected to God. That's why, to the gods. That's why it's the pharaoh that's always shown with Anubis, not a random person. And he is either shown like attending to the corpse, presiding over the mummification with the whole of the vases and the whole ritual, or even standing with Osiris, Thoth of other gods. And this may be weighing the heart of the soul and the whole of truth in the afterlife. So, if I'm not mistaken, which again I might be, I'm not an expert on Egypt, ancient Egypt. So what I think they did in the afterlife, what they believed happened, was that Anubis and other gods, they would get this. I forgot the name. So the scale, not the scale. Well, it's like a weighing thing, right? And on the one side, you'd have a heart, the heart of the person being judged. And on the other side, you had a feather. If the heart was lighter than the feather or same weight, you would go on to, like, not heaven, but like the afterlife. If it weighed more, you would be punished, and you wouldn't go on to. You wouldn't be resurrected, I think. Again, I'm not an expert on the details. What I like about Anubis is him as a figure and what he represents. I do not know about the whole mythology of the afterlife. So, there's like quite a few images of Anubis, and it's either him, accompanying Osiris, Thoth, or kneeling at the golden scales. Well, or yeah, and then obviously the one with the pharaoh, with the sarcophagus, doing the whole mummification thing. And yeah, that is Anubis. There's his origin and the name and whatever, but that is another topic. This is a brief introduction on Anubis. I just honestly think he's one of the most interesting Egyptian gods. Maybe Osiris as well, but definitely Anubis. Apart from his whole image, when you have Ra, who has an eagle for a head, kind of cool. But again, Anubis, he has a freaking dog for a head, and in some depictions, he is even a dog, because Ra is always seen as a person with an eagle head. Anubis can be seen as a whole dog, or just a person with a dog head. And then I think the thing that people like most about ancient Egypt is the whole mummification thing and the whole pharaoh sarcophagus. At least that's what I was most fascinated by, and what my friends appear to be fascinated by. And the god in charge of that is Anubis. So that's why I think he's the most interesting. And then the whole weighing of the feather, the heart, against the feather. Yeah, scales, that's the name, golden scales. Anyway, that is it. That is a brief introduction on Anubis. If, like I always say, if you want to hear more about his origins, just let me know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you liked it. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.